Hello, hello, everybody. Okay, hold on. I forgot to get mic'd up. Let me go ahead and get all mic'd up. There we go. Okay, and George is going to go and do a mic check. All right, guys, I'm going to let this video sit for just a minute or so that the notification can roll out and we can have some people join us. But I wanted to get on here just a minute or two early. I would love to have some type of hold music waiting for you, but we don't. So unfortunately, you get to listen to me chatter. No, just kidding. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Tina, and welcome to our Creating With You 2025 National Scrapbooking Day celebration. I'm beyond excited for today. This has been just such an incredibly growing journey for me to get here. And I have done it with the incredible and amazing support of the most incredible crafting group I could possibly imagine. All of your support, just engaging with us, keeping us going, keeping us inspired has meant the world to us. And I am just beyond blessed. I don't really have words. It just feels good because when we get to these things where we feel like we're back and we're doing the things that we love and we're sharing them with you, it just really fills my heart with it's abundance. It just fills it with abundance. Okay. So we're going to see if there's any questions. I do have some help today. George will be monitoring the comments and checking to see if people have questions. I'll also have questions up on the tablet. These are live events that will be made in real time. And if you didn't get the kit, which by the way, thank you everybody for helping us sell our kit out in less than 24 hours. That was unbelievable. But if you didn't get the kit and you want to craft along, I will be sharing the measurements of every single layout as we go. And there will be time in between each video for you to maybe do a few things here or there to kind of get ahead. So please just grab a few paper packs that you love and join us. Some tips for that is if you are planning on joining us, I suggest you grab a couple of paper packs because we are going to use quite a bit of paper, and you may want to do the time saver and use the whole sheet as opposed to doing the cuts because you're crafting along and you want to stay up. That's something I would do. And then matching solids. Grab, 2 of a blue, 2 of a green, or maybe they're browns or earth tones or whatever they are, but grab some coordinating things. All right. We're going to check and make sure we are up and ready to go. Hello. We're going to make sure that we are ready to go. And then we are going to get going. All right. So George is going to let us know, since this is live, all of the comments that are going on so we can stay active. George, what do we got going on?
We got Bev saying hi and J News.
Oh my gosh, so awesome. Hello, guys. All right. Okay.
While you're waiting for everybody to load.
I am mic'd. Let me see if I can. Yes. Absolutely.
No, I don't know what
Thank you.
Says.
Oh, her last name is L-U-B-B. Thank you, babe. All right, he's asking me to decipher my crazy handwriting. Okay, so if you saw on the title, I'm just getting the pad up. If you saw on the title, you will have noticed that we are going to be starting with layout 3. All right, we're going to get a soft start this morning, but this one is layout 3. You have all your supplies. Just grab this and put it aside. So you're going to grab, I have my demos in here. I don't want to confuse you guys. Let's throw these over here. Hi, Nicole. Okay, so we are going to now put layout 1 and layout 2 aside since we're going to start with layout 3. Keep your stickers handy. I did want to show you that you will have some stickers left over, but we used quite a bit of them, but you'll have some left over. We want to keep our stickers handy. You want to keep your stencil handy. We're not going to be using that on this particular layout, but these are going to be things that you're just going to want to be able to grab consistently. Okay. Thanks, George, for keeping me up on all the comments. He's going to try to keep me going. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing comments. I'm so excited. What? You didn't get a notification. You had to search for me. Weird. Yeah, Facebook is not my friend, girlfriend. I know that what had recently happened, and I got this from a couple of people, is you have to go back in and re-choose like the notifications. Sometimes if you click unfollow and then you click follow again, it will bump it back up. Yeah, Facebook is a struggle for me right now. All right, I want to make sure we're all in. I think the frame looks good. Okay, let's dive in. For starters, welcome, welcome, welcome. We actually have raffle announcements to make, and I'm so happy to see our raffle winner is on for one of our raffles. This was really exciting for me. We're back to doing raffles here on the page and doing all of those things. So it is really great, but we have the Creative Art Challenge winner raffle. We're going to do all of that. But our first raffle was for a raffle right here on the Creating With You page. We asked you to go over, check out our website, see all the new products, the store we have set up. I'm so proud of it. We still have a long way to go for what it is going to become, but we're really excited, and that happened. And I said, just name your favorite product. All right, so let's announce our winner of that. And congratulations to Jennifer McAfee. She commented that she really loved this lilac stamp set, which is gorgeous, by the way. This lilac stamp and die set, it's a big one, but it is gorgeous. Look at the artwork on this. I feel like I need to make this. It's so beautiful. But for you, congratulations. Thank you for playing along. Thank you for taking the time to comment. Look at the bowl. I love that. I think that you're going to do such amazing things. Oh, good. I'm so happy that, ta-da, right? I think this is just a really, really beautiful set, but they didn't even highlight some of it. Did you see the tiny bee? The bee is too cute. This bee, you guys know I have a bee obsession, but congratulations to you. I will have this with your stuff, and we are going to do raffles at the end. Every raffle, so we have a lot of people who purchased our kit, and they were not able to join today. All of the people who purchased this, every session will be giving away a raffle just out of that pool. And in addition, we'll be giving away a raffle to everyone who joins, or multiple raffles to those who join us live. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You can't stay on today. That's okay. All right, here we go. So let's dive in and let's look at all of this layout 3. So here's the layout we're going to do, and all your pieces are in here. I chose this layout for multiple reasons. I feel like it's a great warm-up. For those of you who are joining us live, the thing that you want to do first is you're going to need a 12 by 12, or you're going to need a gutted 12 by 12. Gutted means there's 1 inch all the way around for me. That's my standard gut. You'll need 2 of those, or your 12 by 12s, and then you need 11 by 11. All right, for your base pages. And the rest are going to be these nice little smaller pages. I'm sharing this layout first because I think this is going to be the easiest one for you to remake again and again and again. Yes, I said it 3 times because this is such a great last chance layout. All right, let's dive in. We have lots of pieces. Look at all these awesome kits, right? Okay, I'm going to move this over, so I'm guessing we're going to be starting with this page. I will keep the page we're making right here. You guys, you have that full page, the picture, and I would suggest you keep that handy next to you as well. Some of you may end up pulling ahead of me. Some of you may have already started to pull ahead of me, right? Okay, here we go. I'm going to put all of these off to my left. I'm going to grab one of these and one of these and kind of move those over off to my left, even though I'm going to put these together. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, before I get started, in case I forget to mention this later on, is there is an ombre to this polka dotted paper. I love it. It goes light to dark, and that is how I did it. I want to mention it now. I might forget to mention on the second one, light to dark. All right, I'm going to get out my big gun, and I'm going to just put some adhesive right around this. And we do not have cutoff pieces on this. By that, I mean we don't need to go over the white. I think this is a really good one for just kind of warming up today. Getting our welcome in. So happy for those of you who are going to be able to join us live. Totally support those of you who are joining us on the replay. And if you're joining us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Okay, here we go. So you're going to have a 1/2 inch all the way around. It's down. We're good to go. All right. I have already cut off this Picture My Life card. It was part of the prep video, and I know some of you may not have, and all my prep is not done. You can see my thin cuts are not colored. This is a basket I'm going to be working out of. Okay. Oh, I should have mentioned, have that bling handy too. This is how much bling you'll have left. And I put a ton of bling on this, but we just get so much bling in our new packs that they're amazing. All right, so I have this, and I will be trimming around the edges. Now, for those of you who have been asking me about the, George, I am having trouble getting comments and all, just to let you know, it's the tablet. I don't know. Okay, it's just, I have like a wheel of death, so it makes me nervous when I can't see comments. I don't know if I'm going to move my computer out here so I can watch it or what. Okay, thanks, hon. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I went ahead and trimmed that with that black marker technique, but I'm using a blue. I have multiple alcohol markers that have a broad tip, so sometimes I pull those out just to get some value. I have my base page done. I'm going to move this off to the side, and I'm going to grab in that pile of pieces that I moved over. I'm going to play decrease my pieces. So I'm going to grab all of these, and I'm going to throw these in a pile, and you're going to have a lot of them. You will have more than you need, probably. I tend to add some extras. Put all these over here. Here we go. There's so many. There's so many. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to match up my pieces. So how the pieces for the photo mats. All right, solids in the back. There we go. And then the florals are just going to go right on top of them. This gorgeous floral paper. I love it. Okay. There we go. And another thing is I did not add the marker to all of this. I really just did it to that one piece. By doing this now, we can play decrease our pieces. We'll have less pieces to keep track of. Can we just talk about the solid papers that are in this? So you do have two-sided paper, beautiful glimmer paper. There's glimmer paper all through this. And then you have a mini dot paper that has a texture on the top. You can, of course, flip them over and do them another way if you would like. Okay. I'm going to try to not mess with the video too much, but try to keep it to where I can at least keep it going. All right, here we go. All these, good, good, and good. And I'll just put these in a pile when I'm done. And then I can grab those as I need them off to the side. It's a lot less pieces this way. And then we'll get the mats done. Okay, now for those of you watching, anytime you see the double mat and the photo looks like this, or crafting along, all right, you're looking at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, 4 1/2, 6 1/2. You will see that consistently, and there's standard measurements through the entire kit if I forget it. So if it's single matted, it's going to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. Okay, for all of them. Single mat, it would just be the 4 1/4, 6 1/4. For the ones that look like this through the kit, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 3 1/2, 4 1/2. And then this square one here, I'll have 2 squares, just this big one. And then later on, I will have some 3 by 3. And I believe all of my mats are 1/4 of an inch bigger through the kit, but I will let you know in the event that they're not. And I hope that helps you craft along today. Cut those out of whatever you have, your scrap papers, whatever you're bringing in. Okay. All right. Trying to, not being able to see comments at this point is just so annoying. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to work on this technique that's right here. We have some things to cut. All right, you're going to have 2 different size squares.
I think everybody's working. That's why they're not commenting.
As long as they're okay and they're good to go. I just worry they have questions. Okay, all your squares here are the exact same size. So all of these are 1 1/2 by 1 1/2. The only time that you would not see that is here. and you'll be able to figure that out. But you see this top one that's right here, and I did one on each page. Those are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So what we're going to do is start stacking your little squares, and when you stack it, it's going to peek out. See, there you go. Let's grab that one out. As you stack them, they'll all be the same size, or you'll have a teeny one. Okay, and hopefully you have 2 teeny ones in there, but if you don't, it's okay. We'll just cut one down. All right, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to remove this one so I don't accidentally use it. There it is. It's hiding on the other side. The other side is this diagonal. So we just want to find those and put those aside. All right, you can cut your squares one of 2 ways. If you feel super confident, you can just snip them from side to side. If you want to get a straighter cut, you can use your paper cutter. I'm going to just use these big scissors. I think I can get straight across them one time. So that's how I'm going to start. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm just going to go from corner to corner and say that that is all good. All right, we need 1 green. I'm going to take the other triangles and put them where I can reach them later on. We need 1 floral, the blue floral. There we go. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Keep 1, put 1 up. 1 of the yellow with the little hash marks there. Same thing, just going across. And all of these papers are gorgeous in this Serendipity. They're just happy papers. So I really feel that it lends itself to this pretty happy layout. All right. And one of the ones with the mini dots, I love the mini dot paper. I love the texture. Okay. 1 for here, one for up here.
Janine says hi.
Hi, Janine. George is keeping me going with what's going on because my tablet doesn't want to keep going. I don't know what its problem is. It's got a bad attitude. Okay, so here we go, and we have these pieces that are coming along. Now I can already see that I use more of the floral, so I'm just going to look for another floral, see if I have it. Now it's okay if you don't have the same ones. The only thing you need are pieces. So if you just have pieces, you are good to go. I mean, cut whatever you want. I'm kind of looking at what I have. Your kits do not have to match my kits. Okay, I think I'm going to do this one right here. So you might find that you just have like a whole bunch of different pieces. That's all you care about. Okay, I'm going to go across the bottom of this, and that's the only one that I really want to make sure that matches. I'm going to turn all these over and put my adhesive on these 4 pieces at the same time. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start with the green. Now we're looking for about 1/8 of an inch from the side and from the bottom. So leave about 1/8 of an inch. There we go. The one next to it, we'll go with this one. 1/8 of an inch in between each one. Just eyeball it. Try to keep a little consistency, but allow yourself to not have to measure every single piece. If you measure out every single piece, it's going to be a very, very long layout for everybody. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I'm just going to fill some pieces in. And if you want to try to make sure they match, you can, but you're going to notice that my pieces are probably not going to match. I'll kind of lose my patience with picking them all out, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to do, you can do the other piece if you would like the other half that you cut off, but I'm just going to cut another one, and I'm going to add this here. We're doing the same thing. You just want to leave kind of these equal gaps. That's it. Your points should line up. Your points over here is going to be just a little bit higher, but really if you kind of line up these points that are here, you should be real happy with what you get. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get my next row together. I have a plaid, and I have a mini dot. Oh, the blue is textured. You have so much texture in here. That sky blue is a canvas texture. I really like it. All right, so we're going to put this in, just leaving little gaps. Yes, they're going to stick to me all day. Another gap. Here we go. Hopefully everyone is making out. Does anyone have any questions about this? All right, I'm going to grab that floral, the half triangle piece, and the flat edge goes to the outside. Here we go. Thumbs up. We're doing it. Okay, so for the next one, there is a darker pink mini dot. We have that. Looking to see if I have. There's a lot of pieces in here, right? Okay. That diagonal. And then over here, this is another full one. Okay. All right, so there, that's my 4. All right, no questions. Everyone's doing well. Okay. George, we're good? All right, thanks so much. He knows that I like being able to see all the comments, so I'm going to end up asking him more than I need to. And don't worry about your orange dotted pieces having to perfectly match. That's, I'm going to take this and put it up. I was supposed to have the diagonal side on this, so I can rub my adhesive off. I use a very forgiving adhesive, so it's all good. Okay, there we go. Or I could just put the words down if I wanted to. All right, I'm going to grab one of those, these smaller. These are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And what's so nice about this layout is it's beautiful. The technique is beautiful. But you can do this as, you know, a last one. You know, you don't have to have this for a first layout. You can always flip it around and do it as an end. Okay, I'm skipping here because our photo comes down low enough. This one's going right here. That's the flower. And I'm just going to put that in. And then I'm going to grab the words that is this one here that I had, this 2 by 2. This is the part that's going to go in. So the words ones are a little funny. So for the words one, I want to keep half of it just in case. So I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut it this way. I just want to show you the way that I'm cutting it. There you go. Okay. And then that's going to fill in this little hole too. And I think probably the reason why I wanted to do that is so that I had some words facing this way and some words facing this way. If you want all yours to face the same way, go for it. It's all yours. All right. That looks like it completes this portion of this. I'm going to gather these up and move them off to the side. I'm going to bring in those mats that we did. Here we go. This is for 4 by 6 photo, 4 by 6 photo. And then this one here that we are going to be adding the pocket card to. I'm going to do that first and just add my pocket card. I love this. All these layouts are so fun and they are just... the colors are so vibrant. It's perfect for this time of year. You are the happiest thought of my day. I'm going to jazz this up in just a little bit. All right, we're going to start with this one here. I know some of you like measurements, so how about if I share those? All right, notice I have broken borders, which just means that my pieces are going over the borders. If anyone has any questions as I go, please just go ahead and comment them. But broken borders means instead of keeping everything to the white, I then let it come out. So I have this real structured inside piece with this and then creating some broken borders that are diagonal. All right, so this comes down at 3 inches, but it is elevated. The bottom one here ends, oh my grid's kind of nice, at 2.5 up from the bottom is kind of about where that is. And then this one here is at 3. This is not quite 1/4 inch in. And this one here is 3/4. All right. So if you keep that kind of angle going, you should be a-okay. I'll show you how I'm going to do mine. Here we go. Layout on into the grid. Oh, I got a little bit of adhesive. I decided not to add my washi tape to the back until after the class. 3 inches, not quite 1/4, coming down at 2.5. about 3/4 of the way in, placing it down. You can see it covers up that hole that we left right there. Ta-da. Okay, now if you're doing pre-made layouts, if you're adding your photos, oh my gosh, you guys, that's next level amazing. But if you are making these to add your photos later, 2 strips of adhesive over here because I'm overlapping this one. For this one, you kind of want to eyeball it. And it's okay if it ends up a little bit, here's a little bit closer together. You want to see a little bit of that blue. It's going to stick up over it. So let me get you a bottom measurement right here. I thought it's about a 1/2 inch, but let's just take a look. It's a little more than a 1/2. So we're coming over about 3/4 and up about a 1/2, but be forgiving for yourself. I'm going to say mine looks like it's going to go right there down. And then because we only put adhesive on that 1/2, I'll be able to get my pictures under there. Still plenty of adhesive to hold that on. Okay. And now we have this guy. Now this is all about the foam tape. Let me grab some foam tape. Probably going to be going through quite a bit. I'm going to place my foam tape squares all over. I'm going to try to use less foam tape than I normally do. How many of you are laughing right now? That's what I want to know. How many of you are literally on the floor laughing? Now, if you don't have a pocket card for this and you're recreating this out of another paper, then you have a wonderful spot to add another photo. And that's a good thing too. Okay, since we're overlapping again, I put my foam tape on. I'm only going to peel. Let's make sure I have the right one. I'm only going to peel this side. So all of these 2 rows right here that I'm touching. Okay. All right. I hope you guys really love these pages, and I know you guys are working along, but I'm here if you need me. All right, now for this one, we're going to come down. Let me get you a measurement here from the bottom. Here we go. I have 2 pages on top of each other, so let me just line those up. I don't want to measure the orange one on the bottom. All right, so we're about 1 3/4 up is that bottom corner. And notice I'm almost all the way over to the very edge. So if you place yours about, one kind of towards the white here at the 1 3/4 and then just tip it over, you'll kind of be right where I was. Here we go. Now, if you are going to add photos, I'm going to suggest that when you put this away, and I always suggest you keep done layouts in a bag, because if you're sliding layouts in and out, you can sometimes damage them. I've done that myself, especially if we use dimension, foam tape, bling, all of that stuff. So for that, put these little stickers in the bag with it, or package all 6 pages together with the leftover stickers that you didn't put on. Keep your cover sheets and you can add them later on. If you put these on here now, yes, I want it to go on top of my photos. It's something that I just love. But if you do that now, it's going to be a lot of work. So that's going to be something that I skip. So the yeah and the fave. Let's find fave. Oh, wait. The fave is a cut. The fave is a cut. That's right. Hold on. At least I think it is. Let me double check. We are really using up some good stuff here. And I cut mine apart, so I need to find the fave. Let's see. Someone's going to find it before me. Oh, there it is. It is a sticker. I'm a big liar. A big liar. That one is a sticker. We are going to be cutting some of the away. Here it is, but it's smaller. So cut and cut. Now you can cut all the way around it and do that, but I'm going to keep all 6 of mine packaged together and I'm going to slide that sticker sheet in. I hope you guys like that tip. All right, we're going to grab this one here. All right, and I do like to take a little bit of the tack off my stickers. Okay. George, do we have a comment? George looks like he's... Oh, yeah, see, I told you they'd find it before me. Thank you, honey, for saving me. And thanks for joining. All right, so I take some of my sticky off. It's really not needed. And then I worked that little seam. And then after we're done working the seam, what we're going to do is we're going to slide it just on the little top portion here. And this is one of the reasons why I tend to keep adhesive away from my edges. That's a routine thing for me because I am a paper tucker. I love, whoops, pushed it too far. I love to tuck paper behind I think it's a great way to get value out of your paper and show off a color palette and just add layers and layers doing a simple thing. So you'll notice I do a lot of tucking. Okay, the next thing is this. Loved this day. We're going to grab that. I thought this was super cute. Originally, I thought I was going to use this for journaling, but then after I made this cute little collage over here with it, I liked it too much to journal it. I'm going to be sliding it behind. If you don't have enough room to slide something behind, chop it off. You just need to not see it. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of my sticky off. I'm not exactly a coordinated person, and I think this kind of helps me in case I have to yank it back off. All right. So it's going to slide under, and I'm hitting a little adhesive. So what I'll do is I'll just chop a little bit off. A little bit off. I throw that on my floor. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Okay, so it seemed like we were having some technical difficulties. So I have went out, I've made a setting change. I've changed my cellular, but we're going to give a moment for everyone to come back on, as well as just do a quick post that lets people know that we have restarted another video. So if you can bear with us for 1 minute, we will greatly appreciate it.
You can talk.
Okay. Yeah, so no, hun, I need to do a post on the page. Okay.
Hello, Bev. I know. We had to stop it.
Okay. All right, guys, now that I got that done, we're just going to give a minute for everyone to join. Technical difficulties are a real thing that we face. So hopefully this will make everything good to go. All right. I do want to give just a couple more minutes for everyone to join, but it does look like the video is feeding. There are so many new control parameters going on in Facebook. It is one of the reasons why we are currently migrating over to the Creating With You YouTube page. Pretty soon we'll be using YouTube as our primary, but we're going to be making those announcements at the end of next month. Hi, Bev. Thank you for reaching out. All right. So I'm going to give everybody a minute or two to rejoin. Please let us know that you have rejoined. If you know you have a friend joining us today, please tag them. Technical difficulties are one of those things that really stress me out. But when you are streaming to a platform, you really are under whatever they're letting you do, basically. All right. Okay.
And I guess when we get people back on, from your paper tucking to what you did is probably
okay.
Because it, it stopped when you were tucking that, but it looks like you put this on, so at least.
Okay, so go back to that point. Okay, that sounds good.
J-Noobs is now on.
Hi, Jen. Thanks for joining. Yeah, right. What are we going to do? Technology. I love to hate it, and I hate to love it. All right, so George has went back and looked, and he said that where the video stopped was after I did this little paper tucking here. So I'm going to just go over that portion again that I did, as well as this piece here. So if you didn't see this piece get added, I'm going to just re-give those measurements. You are, this bottom piece is 1 3/4 inch from the top, and then it's right on the edge of that white piece. And then it goes almost to the edge, but you still get to see a little bit of that orange right here when you put it on the diagonal. So if you kind of lay it out like that, you should be good to go. And I had mentioned that I only peeled foam tape from this side of it. Okay, then the stickers. I grabbed this journal, little notebook one, and I tucked that on the side. Now I did trim a bit of mine off of this left side. Hi, Janine. I'm glad you're back, honey. I did trim a little bit of this back, and I tucked that in there as well. And that's about maybe a 1/2 inch down from the top here. And then what I did is I grabbed this heart right here, And I went over kind of how you can use baby powder or an anti-static pouch or any of that to go over the back of your stickers to make them not sticky. And I added that on foam tape. And any of these details I am happy to share again, so just reach out to me and let me know if you are in a good spot. I want to give everybody a chance to get caught up. So while that's happening,
Back on, and
excellent.
Jay Nuke did say that where I said to leave off is where the old video left.
See, that's where I need him. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but he picks up the buffering and all of those other things. We have upgraded so it's tough when we're on our end. We don't know sometimes if it's the platform that it is just moving on or what's going, but we literally have Wi-Fi extenders through the house, upgraded internet. Like we've done everything to prepare. I have overhead lighting. I have microphones that I wear now. Like we really are trying to do good quality. That technology we can't control. All right, so everyone should be about here. I'm going to go ahead and continue and add a couple things, but I'm going to go a little bit slower of a pace. This butterfly that's right here, I thought this was the most perfect little embellishment for this pocket card. So I'm just going to hit that with a little bit of my anti-static pouch. Now, one thing I mentioned, this is my adhesive anti-static pouch. It's the one that I do this with. I have an anti-static pouch that I use solely for embossing, and it's in here in this protective little case. I don't ever share it because what could end up happening is I could get adhesive on the bag, and then if I rub it on the place that I'm going to emboss, if the adhesive transfers, it will mess up my heat embossing. And heat embossing is some work, and if you're going to do it, you want it to look good. All right, I'm going to put this on foam tape, and hopefully everyone is kind of caught up. I'll go just a little bit slower as I finish this other one. So happy you guys are able to join. All right, it's going on a diagonal, and this right antenna is going to kind of be at the point that it's lined up with the M in the my. There you go. You should be able to see 3 dots. Mine's a little closer. I was actually over this way a little bit more, and you can see they both look fine. Okay. All right, we're going to do the same thing with this rainbow one. Anti-static pouch and some foam tape. There we go. And even though this comes over the photos a little bit, the difference is it doesn't come down enough that it's really going to affect your pictures. I do not have foam tape on that edge of that cloud, but you can always put your scissors up under there and give it a little snip. Okay, so it's going right at the top of the flower, and it kind of overlaps both. There we go. I did mention, I'm hoping it picked up, that the fave I trimmed in a little closer, and the yeah, which is right here, I'm leaving those off because I want to make sure that I'm able to put my photos on. All right, so we have an orange right here, a little orange heart. I really wanted to do this the other way around. I wanted to start from this side, but it's okay. Orange heart at the top. Hopefully that's a good view. George, is my frame and all okay? Okay, great. And then next to it is this pretty hot pink one. I think this is maybe Rose Heather, some type. There you go. Okay, so our page is almost done, even with those rude interruptions. All right, let's grab our bling. Bling, bling. All right, so I'm going to use this up because what's going to happen is if I do this entire workshop, I'm going to end up with these. But I saved this and put it aside so you would know, even though I'm using another pack, you guys have plenty. And I wanted to show you this because if you decide you want more bling than I added, you have this much extra. So you can actually add some bling, but you'll see I was pretty generous. But I'm going to go for trying to use this up first. I know you guys will support me on that one. All right. We just get so much. The new bling is gorgeous. I love the reflective light. We get so much. Large. I'm starting right up here in the center. Large. Small. Kind of on a diagonal. Medium. but you can put whatever you want. Medium, little low there, small. I called it like, I like scattered them. Like it was just like this little scattering. All right. A small going next to the loved this day. Medium. This looks like a medium here. Okay, another medium. And a small. I think they're so pretty. These just were the perfect color. George and I actually laid the bling out. There's so many gorgeous colors in our new bling line. We actually laid all the matching colors out and went back and forth because the lime green was gorgeous with it. The yellow was gorgeous with it. I mean, we could have went with so many colors because of this paper, but we just kept coming back to this pretty aqua. All right, you guys, guess what? You're done. All right. Hope you love your page. Go ahead and put it aside and let's grab the supplies and those base pages in so we can do it again. All right. Now, remember that ombre? So I have the lighter of the dots at the top on this. All right. And I'm just going to go through and attach this. Now later on, I will go back and add washi tape to the back of my gutted pages. I know I don't think you need it, but it's just one of those things that I'm used to having it, and I don't think I'm going to change. All right. Now we have our 11 by 11. If you're making this, if you guys decide to remake these, I'm thinking maybe I should do some type of a special raffle and give something really special away if you guys remake these. I got a little bit of adhesive right here, so I'm just rubbing it off, just so you know, so I can slide my piece around. I already touched, so let's do this. Okay, there we go. All right, 1/2 inch all the way around. Go ahead and lay. All right, same process that we already did. So I have the extra half ones that I cut. In addition, I have all of the other ones. And I told you were probably going to have more than you needed. You may decide you want to switch them around and do butterflies or, you know, whatever. Use anything you would like. All right, let's give a measurement on this first piece that's up here. I'm doing this yellow one. It's going to be at the 5, but I want 1/8 of an inch down from the top. I'm going to try not to give you a huge shot of the back of my head. So it's about 1/8 of an inch down. There you go. That half piece. Okay, good to go. All right. I'm going to grab another one of these and cut it in half. Leaving about 1/8 of an inch in between the two. And there we go. Okay. Now we're going to want to bring in a lot of these other ones. So I want this one, and I know I want this to go with this. That's the one that we put off to the side, that smaller cut. So all of these are once again 1.5 by 1.5, but we have a couple that are 1.25 by 1.25. By a couple, I mean 2. All right, and remember, your papers are two-sided. So some of this gorgeous glimmer paper is here. I have the blue one. I have an orange. I have to try to find diagonals. If I don't find the diagonals, I'll just use the plaid. Because if you remember, I just cut my other ones. You're going to use this plaid. Oh, and by the way, you have 2 kinds of green here. You have the glimmer green, which is the solid one that I have here. It's that canvas glimmer paper. And then the back of this will look the same because this was an ombre green piece. Okay, I don't see where I have my diagonal. I may have used it for something else. The butterfly is also pretty. This would be a great place. I might swap mine out and put a butterfly on here. Since I have the butterfly on the other one, I think I'm going to swap mine and put a butterfly on there. Okay, there we go. Take this one back. These are my pieces that I'm putting up here at the top. Your pieces are going to look like your pieces. All right, so I have one green. I have the mini dot there. And this one. This is the dotted piece. And this is my replacement. I'm going to go with, instead of the diagonal stripe, I'm going with that butterfly piece. All right. About 1/8 of an inch. Oh, I forgot to do this piece. About 1/8 of an inch from each one, give or take. And I have my writing going from this way. All right, let's do the green. Just going to line the green up with where I put that. Add the orange. Add the butterfly. I might do this way with the butterfly so that I have the double direction that I had on the other page as well. There we go. Blue. So now for a point of right corner, how's everyone making out? Are we all good? Everyone found good pieces? I think that George is saying yes. We're good, George? I'm getting a thumbs up. Okay. Same thing we did on the other side, about 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. There we go. And now I'm going to start pulling pieces for this. That light blue canvas, I have another piece of the green, and I'm going to stick with those two colors. Cut this one on the diagonal. There we go. I could really see so many layouts with this sketch. I think it's an easy sketch. It will be a bonus sketch for this month, for the sketch of the month. Okay, I'm doing 1/8 and 1/8, just like we did before. But the reason why I really like this one so much is it is a great way to showcase papers. It's also a great way to just finally say goodbye to some collections. Like if you've been holding on to a little bit, or maybe you had a favorite paper and you were like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to let it go. Use it up with this and you're good to go. All right, I have a plaid. And I told you guys that you're going to have extra because I knew that I was giving you guys extra. All right, I have 3 pieces right here that you can see. 1, 2, 3. So that's all I'm going to put on. Look how much you have left over. So if you really liked this, you know, you have lots of pieces, you know, that you could swap out. If you want to add more, you can add more. You want to take it further across the page or anything like that. These are your layouts. I just give you pieces. You do you. All right. I'm so happy you guys have joined me today. I'm really feeling very excited about crafting, and I had lost that for a very short period of time. So I kind of tend to appreciate it more than ever. All right, I just built that little bottom corner there, and this is what we have. Ta-da! There you go. So you can see it's something really simple, but when you add these extra pieces to the top of it, it really does look like it, you know, it comes all the way down. Now, if you're going to leave a gap right here, you do have these extra pieces. And one of the things that I noticed when I did the original is that gap there. I almost wished I had put another piece in there. So find a piece that you like, or at least one you can live with. I think I'm going to do the flower one. Okay. And I'm going to fill that in. After I got all done, that was the one place that I thought I really wished I had stuck one extra piece when I divided them. So there you go. You have lots to choose from. Okay, grab our mats. All right. If you're joining late, all of the photos that look like this, all my mats will be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I'll tell you if they're not. This is a double mat, so we have 4 1/4, 6 1/4, 4 1/2, 6 1/2. This one, 4 1/4, 4 1/4. 4 1/2, 4 1/2, because they're double matted. I do not have double mats through the entire kit, but just wanted to kind of share that. All right, I'm going to run some adhesive straight down the middle. Oh, Bev, I'm so happy. I got a special announcement. This is the first of a new one. We're going back to hosting online workshops about every other month. So that's pretty exciting for us. Okay, so we're going to put this piece in using the orange one here that I have as my guide. So for you, it might just be the second one. I am going to kind of move this over. And what I'm going to do is give you a measurement from the side. All right, so I am, if you look here, I am about 2 3/4 inches down. So I can see that I'm a little lower than I want to be here. There we go, 2 3/4 inches down on that. And then let me give you this corner piece right here is going to come in at 1 1/2. So if you line this up at the 1 1/2, Here you go. And the 2 3/4, just like that. Track it up to that 1 1/2. All right, put it down. You should be good to go. Okay, we're gonna do the same with this one. And for this side, I did not break the borders. I thought about breaking the borders and adding another one, but I really liked how it gave a whimsical flow to both of these. But I do want to overlap. All my photos overlapped, so I'm going to overlap. This one comes down pretty low. You'll see a lot of your blue and then see that in between. Oh, I don't know if I like the flower one now. Look, I just realized my mats are flowers, so I don't think I'm going to want the flower one there. I'm going to switch it out for a plaid. Now, if you love the flowers and you love seeing them, absolutely go for it. All right, I'm going to shove this under here. Let's see if I can do it with my hands without my tweezers. I'm normally not good at that because my fingers are so big. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to need to use, I definitely need to use my tweezers and turn it. This is how I do these. I don't know if you guys experience this, but I just work better on certain angles. So I will rotate my artwork. There we go. I think that one's going to be a better choice. We're going to put this one on. Okay, I have good adhesive there. All right. Coming down. I think that overlap look kind of comes around the photo and points at the cute little title we have at the bottom. That looks good to me. All right, let's grab some stickers. All right, the first one that I have is this piece that comes down here, this notebook piece, and this is going to get shoved. It's the technical term. And I'm just going to cut it just like this. There's like, I don't know, there's like a little divot there on mine, but you know, you need about, give or take, maybe that much. You know, cut it in about half. There's no right or wrong here. I'm going to peel that off. All right, and I work better, as I mentioned, just kind of taking a little bit of the sticky off my stickers. If not, it's going to stick all over. I have large fingers. I'm uncoordinated. I have all the things working against me. This is going to go in underneath of this. Oh, wait, I do want to do this one with my hands. I'm going to show you. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to grab it. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball center it. And then when I have it eyeball centered, I'm going to slightly just slide it under. Very slightly. There you go. I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to say, okay, it looks pretty good. There you go. That's what I have. Does not have to be perfect. All good things. Then we have this big long arrow here. And now what George is going to do is we have to make sure if you've joined us live that you have commented. And we know who has commented on the other video. So what George is now going to do, I'm going to give everybody just a 2-second break. You can put hi in there. You can put whatever you need to in there. You can say hi to George, do whatever. But make sure you comment right now because we have a video that is, or we have a raffle that is for people who are joining the video live. So you guys are going to want to go ahead and do that because George is being awesome at doing our raffles today. So after they're all in there, he will go ahead and get those done. All right, so we're going to grab this. And basically, we're using this little part here to kind of line it up at the top of our photo. And it's just going to come right around that picture. See, I didn't take the sticky off of this one. Makes me nervous right away. I'm like, let me just get a little bit of sticky off of it. All right, here we go. At the top, that little piece right there, it's going to come down and around the photo. And it shouldn't be on the mat. There we go. Perfect. All right, all good. Now for this one, this true story, which is a whole story, right? So true story is a real thing in my family. It's been going on since my daughter was in high school. It became such a funny thing. People would ask her to do it. She would do these awful accents, really, really awful accents, and tell the craziest stories. Like she would be like, the other day I was in the grocery store and I saw a donkey with a shopping cart with 2 monkeys, a thing of bananas and orange juice in it. True story. And then she would just walk away from you. And it became this funny. Even now I just chuckle because people would be like, what is she doing? Like, but she made people smile. She made people laugh. And I think that for me, I've always been super fond of the true story. So anytime I have a chance to use true story, That's the real reason why I grab it. We are going to grab this happy. And what I'm going to do with my true stories, I'm going to add it later with foam tape on top of my picture. And hopefully this ends up with Lexi on it. But if not, it'll end up with somebody on it. All right, putting that there. I want to grab the This Makes Me So, because it's going to say This Makes Me So Happy. All right, I'm going to put the stickers aside. Okay, get some of that sticky off because they are super sticky. They're not overly sticky. They're, you know, where a normal coordinated person would love to have them. All right, I'm going to do the happy, and just anywhere kind of down here, you have a good bit of room. If you want to center yours because you would like that better, then go ahead and center them. This is a happy font, and I like that. So I'm going to put it in. I'm leaving it so I can see some white. Here we go. Guys, you believe we're almost done, even with the technical difficulties. All right, here we go. This is going on foam tape. I'm going to just take a little bit of the sticky off. For this foam tape, I'm going to grab a little piece. I have some pre-cut, I believe. Let's just see. Oh, I have one left. How awesome is this? All right, I'm going to grab this little strip here, and I'm just going to cut a strip. Okay, there we go. Add that. It's a little long. I'm going to cut it off, save the extra piece. There we go. And now we have This Makes Me So Happy. All right. And this is going to go right in here. We have that added dimension, so there you go. Okay, let's grab our bling. So much bling. You've barely made a dent, right? Okay. I'm just going to call out what I have. I'm going to start with this upper corner over here, and I have a large. And I'm going to say this is about a 1/2 inch in, but 1/2 inch, 3/4, wherever you want to put it. You may decide to triple your bling, whatever you want to do. I'm doing the triangle. And that is 1 large, 1 medium, and 1 small. Here, I want to do 3 as well, and I want to go a large, a medium, and a small in a row. So here's the large, and I'm lining it up with kind of the center. All right. I am using a piercing tool. I know people use different things. I would love to hear what you guys use to put your bling on. I'm just curious how many people have to do it like me with a tool, or how many people can just grab it and put it on. I also know people who do like the technique where you hold the piece there and you slide the bling on. I know all different things, but I'm always curious about that. Large over here to the side, and a small. Okay, up at the top, we have a medium, kind of diagonal, a little lower. There we go, and a small. And one of the things that I really love about this bling is the portions that are out. So you get the largest amount of the small, and then you get more of the medium, and the least amount of the large. And for me, that's the appropriate size, that's the appropriate portions that you should have bling in, because I want to use the most of the small and add them in different places. And so I think this just kind of hits a lot of buttons for me. I really love them, and they're beautiful. And we're done. Yeah, you use your scissors. You do the slide. Okay, so here is our page. We are completely done with our first layout. I am so excited that you guys are joining me today, and I hope you guys are loving what you made. Now, if you are creating this with your own papers using, oh guys, I just realized this is backwards. Hold on. There we go. If you're creating this with your own papers doing remixes, I hope me providing all the measurements have helped you with that. This is a bonus sketch for this month. We plan to post the Creative Art Challenge this weekend as well for you guys. And you guys will be able to post all of this and get points for the Creative Art Challenge. Okay, we are going to go ahead and give some prizes away. But first, we just want to see if anyone has any questions. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a break on the video. We're going to give you a comeback time so you can get a drink, get something to eat, do whatever you would like. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do the next layout. George, how are we looking?
Okay, Jay Noob uses her fingers.
You use your fingers, so you can do that. Okay, can I have the raffles, please? You can do the first one. Okay, we have multiple raffles, so we will get those going. Okay, and did you do the one for everyone joined live? You have that one. Okay, great job keeping them separate. Let me grab, we need a little something to put those in. And we're going to just grab this and we will be good to go. He is dividing them and I'm going to push this aside. Now, when we come back, I did want to talk about a little bit of prep work. So while George is prepping those raffles, we are going to do that. So we're going to go back to layout 1 when we come back. All right. I'm trying to just grab them in here, guys. All right. So we are going to now do layout 1. 3 was just a nice warm up. We're good to go. We're going to do layout 1. If you are planning on putting this fabulous on foam tape, I highly suggest you do that while we are on break. This took me a little while to get this, to get my foam tape on all of this. It's going to take us a little bit just to put that down. So I would suggest we do that. And then in your kit, you will have 3 squares to cut these 3 hearts on, and those get cut out of your thin cuts that were included in this kit. So many thin cuts. That heart right there, if you want to cut those 3, that will put you in a situation to kind of flow a little bit better when we get back. Okay, we are going to draw for some raffle prizes. All right, the first one we have, I lost my sheet of paper, I have to tell you.
Janine says she's catching up.
Oh, Janine, awesome. Yes, catch up while you're gone. All right. Okay, so our first raffle, this one I'm really excited about. We actually are doing a huge launch the middle of this month with a whole line of new kits. We have so many. Bev actually got to see some of them because she had to stop by and pick something up. So she can tell you we have quite a few. But some of those are made with this serendipity paper. So one of you are going to win each of the ones with the serendipity papers. You will be able to pick whichever kit you like and it will be yours. So George is tearing tickets. All right, we're going to do that one. And then, so this is for everyone who purchased the pre-cut kit. And then everyone who joined the live. We're giving 2 of these away. So I'm pretty excited for that. Okay, George, do you just want to draw the first one? That was the ones from everybody who picked the kit. I have to grab my pen.
I got these 2 right here.
Okay, you already, okay, so, okay, if you could just give me the winner, everyone who purchased the kit. That was the one that you wrote down from the list.
This is.
Yay, okay. All right, and our winner is Maureen Davis. Okay. Congratulations. All right. And our next winner is
The people live today.
the people who are live today. I'm pulling off to the side is Bev. Okay. Bev, congratulations. All right. We're not done yet though, guys. We're going to give away a little bit more. After all, it is National Scrapbooking Day. All right. All right. Let's hope they're still live. Right, babe? Okay. You want to bring me the tickets again? Okay, so I have some 6x6 pads of paper, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will tell you that these ones are bigger. These ones are thinner. This one I just had to do because it is a spring one. Beautiful double-sided paper. You will be able to take your pick. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here you go, George. Those ones are done. Just
Okay.
these. 1 each one. Okay. Looks like everyone's going to get a prize who commented on the video. And the winner is Janine. Congratulations. Honey, if you are still on, if you could just let us know if you like 1, 2, 3, or 4. If not, I'm picking this one. I pulled 2 of these in case somebody popped off before we were done. So Janine, you let me know and we will wait 1 minute. And then we have another prize.
So I know Janine's on because she said congratulations to Maureen.
Okay. So that's fantastic.
So now we're just waiting for a number.
Okay, awesome. Well, she might have popped off.
1.
Number 1. Okay, fantastic. So this one,
I knew the delay was
this one will go to you, Janine. I hope you'll forgive me for writing on your, don't mess them up, honey. Okay, here we go. And of course, Jennifer McAfee. Bam, here is your prize. We don't have to draw. There you are, sweetie. You have gotten the beautiful junk rub-on transfers. I think these are gorgeous. There are 2 sheets of these transfers in here, and they are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, so just so you know,
Yes, babe.
Deb Lovers.
Oh, hi, Deb.
She says this is her first time joining you, and she is having fun. But
I am so happy you joined.
First comment.
But this is her first comment. Okay, well, we knew that everyone's going to win. And Deb, since you weren't in there, I'm going to have to grab another prize for you as well. But let's go ahead and get this one written up for Jen. Don't go anywhere.
Roland.
They're commenting.
Said finally, why wasn't I able to connect until now?
I don't know about the, oh, I put Jen on this. Yeah, that is Jen's. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. It took me a second.
Janine said it was fine for you to write on hers.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I'm just trying to keep things straight. Okay, so we want to make sure, since Deb, you were not in the raffle because you commented now, but I know you're doing the whole thing. You are in the other raffle when we draw from everybody who bought the kit. We definitely have you in there. So what I'm going to do is I have 2 6x6s here. You can pick number 1 or number 2. And these are both winners, and they're so good for this time of year. I feel like every time I pick the one that I like more on this, I then go to the other one. So it's crazy. But hun, you let me know which one of those you would like. And we do prizes at the end of every video. All right. Yeah, just make sure you comment. We have to know. That's how George knows to put you in there. But everyone, even those who couldn't join with us, this kit sold out in less than 24 hours. Everyone is in the ones that we're drawing for every single one. And Deb, if you have any questions, we're here. You can always reach out. We're waiting, but we have a delay. It's awful. And everyone, feel free to welcome Deb to the group. Okay. All right, while we're waiting on that, when we come back, I just want to let you know a couple things that you're going to want to grab. We're going to do a break. You're going to want to have your stencil.
Eileen Nash is back.
Hi, Eileen.
Oh, yeah, so.
It's okay.
Okay.
It happens.
Take number 1.
Number 1. You got it, Deb.
All right, so we got Eileen Nash back. You got to let Eileen know we're going to be on to number 2.
We are, yeah. Okay, guys, so we are going to be popping off now. Remember, we will do, hi, sweetie. We will do raffles at the end of every video today. So we're going to break them into 3 videos, and then we'll talk about putting the cards together, seeing what time is. We want to make sure everybody gets through. Okay, for those of you who are coming back, remember we will be going to layout 1. You're all warmed up, so let's have some fun with this new sketch. This will be another sketch that you get to work this month as well. You're going to want your stencil, and I used a blue. I think I used sapphire, but I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it was sapphire. It looks sapphire-ish to me. The only thing that I couldn't remember is if I used chip sapphire. So I'm going to use regular water-based sapphire, which is what I think I used because it dries quickly. And you're going to want a blending brush. You can use a sponge if you want, but I do prefer the blending brushes, and we have really nice blending brushes. So if you don't have these available in your supply, I have these, and we have a bunch of tools that are be added onto the site, but I can always add them to a shipment for you or anything. So let us know if you're looking for these. I want to say they're like 2 for $5 or something like that, but I'll check them if need be. All right, guys, we are going to go ahead and take a break.
And if they
I need to
tell them to comment on the next video.
On the next video, and you'll make a note.
We'll be done this video maybe by the time they comment.
Yeah, that's true, guys. So, you know, we're here. We love the interaction. We took a long break from online workshops, so it's really exciting to come back. And don't worry, when we move over to doing live on YouTube, we'll make sure you guys are all settled and squared away with that as well. All right, we're going to take a 20-minute break. It is currently 12:14. Great job with technical difficulties, the raffles, and everything. Our video was only an hour and 14 minutes. Gotta love that. All right, so we are going to come back in 20 minutes, which means we will be back at 12:35. So grab yourself some lemonade. I don't know, maybe you're drinking wine today. Maybe you're a coffee goer. Get yourself a nice fresh beverage. Take a walk around. Come on back and join us for some fun, creative time, and we will see you soon. All right, guys, right here. Bye.